In order for society to get along, to see the good in others, and to mingle congenially, there has to be a measure of decorum, doesn't there? I think we can all agree to that. Manners and customs are absolutely essential because what they say about us is that we have a certain level of respect for other people as well as for ourselves. It shows that we have some sense of refinement and that you've been properly, well, for a lack of better words, properly bred, right? And I think that's important to say. But not everybody has been taught the same as you and I. Not everybody feels the same way. Not everybody sees everything in the same light. You know, one of the commonly held manners that we have, at least in our society, is that you don't eat with your mouth open. It's rude, it's disgusting, and nobody likes it. Except there are parts of this world that you go to where if you want to show that you actually like what you've been served, that's exactly what you do. Okay? Keep that in mind. There are parts of this world, if you show the bottom of your feet while you're sitting, it's extremely rude, but it's not even on our radar. Isn't that right? You don't even think about it. You wouldn't even say anything about it because it's not a thought in your mind. There are manners at home. There are manners in the workplace. There are manners in the gym. There are manners that you exhibit to the people that serve you, or even how you treat your pet. But are we all on the same page? And how do you treat others when you discover that they do not exercise good manners? Have you ever looked sideways at somebody or showed them your disgust? Were you passive? Were you aggressive? Were you passive-aggressive? Because I have probably done all of those things at some point or another. It's not a practice with me, but it's something I have to always keep in check because I do not like bad manners. Although my wife tells me I have a few of them, okay? And that's exactly my point, is how well can you tolerate what you perceive as bad manners? 11th century Jewish philosopher and poet Simon Ibn Gabirol once asked, "What is the test of good manners?" Being able to bear patiently with bad ones. Yeah, think about that. Because what you are perceiving as exhibited bad manners may not be such to that person. They might have been taught differently. They might come from a different part of the world. Might come from a different kind of family. Maybe they just haven't been taught at all. Maybe they need your patience. Maybe they need your example. But don't expect change, and don't always show your disgust. Don't always show your disapproval, because what that does is it makes you look bad, and now you've compromised your cultured self. Yeah, you might have been proud of how well cultured you've been up to this point, but have you ever seen somebody look cross-eyed at another person? Have you ever seen someone call out another individual for what they disapproved of? I have, and that's why I bring this up. When that has happened, what has occurred in my mind is this question: is that what I look like when I do that? Now, don't get me wrong. It's not a habit for me. I haven't done that in ages, but I have done it. And the thought has crossed my mind that maybe I looked like the fool. Bear patiently with other people's bad manners, because you just never know where they're coming from. And you will lose all your sense of respectability for yourself and for others when you cannot contain your looks and your words. And I think that's important to remember. That doesn't mean that all bad manners should be tolerated. I mean, if you raise your kids a certain way and they're not adhering to something that you've taught them, maybe you should bring it up. I mean, I think it is proper to open the door for a woman. I think it's also proper to say thank you, to say please, to show gratitude. I think it's proper to put others before yourself in probably most situations. I think that's good manners. I think it's proper to give back to others, or before they can even have a chance to give to you, to repay a favor. These are good manners, and there's many, many more like them. But some people, you need to give them time. You need to give them an example, but you don't need to give them your disapproval. At least, not every time. I'm not saying this is a solid rule for every situation. What I am saying is, think about it. Don't compromise your standards, your codes, and your manners because you disapprove of someone else's. All right. I hope you think about that, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. In the meantime, be wise.